Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com, and today I want to talk about dowsing and pendulums. And let me go ahead and read the question, and you'll see why I'm so passionate about this question. The person asked me, what do you know about dowsing or using a pendulum? Is it similar to using a Ouija board where you are potentially communicating with negative entities? Is this something to avoid, or if it's a safe practice, why are we made to feel it's dangerous or inherently satanic? Is this by design? And when I read that question, I felt like this was so important to look at, because there is so much confusion out there of different tools and different things that people use to maybe enhance their intuition, trust their intuition, try to understand signs. So I wanted to look at this. I'll just go ahead and get started. So dowsing and the use of a pendulum, it's very energetically different from a Ouija board. And I've done posts and readings on Ouija boards before, and they are not toys and not something to play with. And I get the creation itself of the Ouija board stemmed from negative intentions based on dark magic and rituals. There was just something very dark behind it. So no matter how innocent the creation of this board originally might have been, they took that creation and immediately turned it into something very dark very fast. So it's like you have this inception of an idea of, oh great, we'll create a board that we can, talk with spirit, that we can communicate and we can get answers. But almost immediately it like took a turn for the worse. So many good things have good intentions behind them when they start, and they immediately get turned into something that was not what the intention was. And that's what happened with the Ouija board. And that's why they're just such a very dark tool that's out there. Not only did the PTW, which I've talked about before, and people have asked me, what is PTW? I call them the powers that were. I don't want to give them the power of currently existing and currently having influence, because they are slowly losing that. So I refer to them in the past tense. So when you hear me say PTW, that's the powers that were. But they want some kind of, leading edge, predicting tool, or some way that they can ensure that they could accomplish what they set out to do. They're always looking to cheat the system somehow or get some kind of competitive edge over something else. So by trying to get ultimate control, power, and influence, they use this thing called a Ouija board. And so they are not a toy for children and anybody else. They are for someone who knows what they're doing. Even then, you have to be very guarded and safe and protected when you approach it. You can't do it lightheartedly or like a joke, because you don't know what you're going to get on the other side. It could be something completely neutral, or it could be something really evil. You don't know what you're going to get, because these boards, just the intention behind them is to get anything and everything. They're just a beacon for stuff. So that's my take on the Ouija board. But when you look at dowsing, so much different. It's a practice of, you're seeking water, minerals, metals, all these different things, but you're tuning into the frequency of the earth and changes and fluctuations within the earth. And a person can desire to douse for a variety of reasons, but it's not like you're calling on a spirit guide. The result you have and the strength of the feedback you feel on your rods is due to your own personal vibration and how well you connect with Mother Gaia. So it's a relationship that you're having with the earth and grounding with the earth. It's not about getting some kind of an entity that's coming from who knows where to tell you where these things are that you seek. It's your connection with the earth and your feedback that you're getting because of that connection. And pendulums, they can be very effective, but you do need to set protection before you use one. That is true. They typically are a crystal, which is naturally high in a vibration, or they're metal. You set protection going into your question with a positive intent, and that is in no way satanic. If you approach your question working against the greater good, or you have a desire for a negative outcome, you're going to get just that, because there's still a law of attraction and universal laws at play. But when you go into it with a good heart, you're setting protection, working in the greater good, nothing about that is satanic, and nothing about that is going to draw negativity upon yourself. So it's really your approach to using the pendulum, not the pendulum itself. So most things that can enhance a person's connectedness with the earth or source are looked down upon. And that's because the agendas keep people fearful and less empowered, because fearful people can be controlled. Fearful people look to the external for safety and security. So when people control their world, they reclaim their power. And that's really what this is all about. So in the end, yes, dowsing can be a fun experience. It can be a great experience. Using a pendulum can be a great tool to enhance your abilities, get confirmations, gain clarity, gain insight. Just go into it with good intentions, set protection, and work in the greater good. And you'll have most times no issue whatsoever. It can be a good thing. So in the end, if you have questions, I mean, I'd love to hear your experience. If you've had something you want to share, a piece of advice, anything like that. I mean, we have a great community here to collaborate, share ideas, and exchange information. So I encourage you to leave a comment as well. Feel free to check me out on the blog. Like me, share me, all those great things. And again, I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com. Thanks. Bye.